On May 15, 1979, junior officers of the Air Force, led by Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings, attempted a coup d'etat against the SMC-2. Rawlings and his men were however arrested and put on trial at the Burma Hall for their role in the attempted coup. Though the coup failed, the plotters, as expressed by Mr. Akins, who was the Director of Public Prosecutions, were worried not only about the injustice in the Ghanaian society, but also the tarnished image of the Ghana Army due to malfeasance on the part of the members of the government. On the morning of June 4, 1979, when the court-martial trying Rawlings and his accomplices was to resume sitting, another group of junior officers and regular soldiers led by Major Boachi Jan released Rawlings and his men from prison. The troops gained control of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, but not without fierce resistance from the troops loyal to the SMC-2 under the command of Major General Odate Wellington. Skirmishes took place throughout the day, leading to Odate Wellington's death at the Nima police station, where he had taken refuge after running short of ammunition. It led to the arrest of many SMC-2 affiliates, including General Akufo, and eventually to his overthrow. To avoid further bloodshed, Major General Joshua Hamidu came on air at about 8:30 p.m. to confirm the success of the coup d'etat. He urged all those still fighting in support of the SMC-2 to stop firing and return to barracks.
Here to tell you just one or two things. If any further bloodshed had to be avoided in this country, everybody might have as well realized that the ranks have borne the brunt of the suffering of this country for too long. They want bloodshed. They want bloodshed. So for heaven's sake, do not beg in their way.
Countrymen, it is nearly 1 month now since, by the spontaneous action of the junior officers and men of the Ghana Armed Forces, the government of the Supreme Military Council was overthrown and the Armed Forces Revolutionary Council was established. That action represented a revolt of the ordinary Ghanaian against social injustice, against economic hardship, and against the cancer of corruption that had eaten deep into the fabric of our society. I've come to the studio today to brief you on the latest state of the revolution and to share with you our thoughts on the future of our dear nation. I do this in the conviction that there can be no revolution unless the people, all of us, really understand what it is all about, and springing from that understanding, genuinely commit our support to it. Let me remind you again of the stated aim of the revolution. The action taken by the junior officers and other ranks of the Ghana Armed Forces was motivated by a desire to bring justice, social, economic, and political, to all citizens of Ghana. After 7 years in office, the army was going back to barracks without any steps having been taken to punish those who had tarnished the name of the armed forces. This situation posed a threat to the continued existence of the armed forces and the stability of the country, hence the spontaneous action of June 4th to preempt a coup immediately after handover to a civilian administration. We have all heard from every political party say how corrupt the country has become. But from past experience, we know that none of them would do a thorough job of eradicating corruption once they came into office. Since the future belongs to the young, it was felt that we must safeguard the supreme national interest and bring social justice into the body politic. The main purpose of the exercise is to ensure that the gap between the haves and the have-nots, the rich and poor, is bridged. This is a limited objective which would help the incoming administration to take all necessary long-term measures for bringing stability to the nation. I know that there are many Ghanaians and many friends of Ghana abroad who have been distressed by some recent developments. We have also been made aware of the depth of feeling, both at home and abroad, about the turn of events in Ghana. Ghana has had a long tradition of tolerance and respect for the rule of law and internationally accepted principles of justice. The fear, both within and outside Ghana, is that we may now be abandoning this tradition in favor of some arbitrary conception of instant justice. This fear, though understandable, is not well founded, as a better appreciation of the circumstances will reveal. Let me tell you in simple language. The people of Ghana have endured hunger for far too long. There is not one single worker who could make ends meet, and the miracle is that the people have been able to endure this for so long. You may say that this has been possible because of our excellent tradition of tolerance and patience. But patience and tolerance can be dangerous because they allow a buildup of anger to such an extent that when the bubble finally bursts, there can hardly be a way of containment.
The demise of SMC-2 saw a new military junta, the Armed Forces Revolutionary Council, AFRC, on the Ghanaian political scene. Rawlings became the chairman, with Major June as the spokesman. Other members of the AFRC were Major Mensa Poku, Major Mensa Budema, Warrant Officer Class 2 Obin, Private Owusu Edu, and Corporal Owusu Boate. General Hamidu was named as the liaison officer between the AFRC and the government bureaucracy. The AFRC declared that the coup d'etat was not to stop the return to civilian rule, but to clear up the mess created by the previous regimes. The AFRC established the People's Revolutionary Court, also known as the Kangaroo Courts. These were special courts set up to trial various offenses against the state. Many people were tried, and those found guilty of charges preferred against them were punished. Among those jailed were J.W.K. Harley, a former IGP and a member of the National Liberation Council (NLC), was jailed 25 years. E.O. Boache alias Boache Mattress, a businessman, was jailed 25 years. Ernest Aku, a former IGP, was jailed 25 years. B.S.K. Kwache, also a former IGP, was jailed 25 years. And E.K. Owusu of Kowus Motors was also jailed 25 years. Others were U.K. Yamwa, alias Kojo Sardine, a businessman, was jailed 20 years. Squadron Leader George Tego, Squadron Leader Abebrese, Colonel Alhaji, Group Captain Jackson, Colonel Amevo, 20 years each. On July 4, 1979, the Inspector General of Police, Colonel Lamte, announced that 36 senior police officers were to proceed on compulsory leave as part of the cleaning up exercise. They were accused of straightforward cases of stealing, hoarding, profiteering, amassing illegal wealth, and acting as frontmen for women and other businesses concerned in the procurement of essential commodities. As a first step in the house cleaning exercise, Colonel Ignatius Kutu Echampon of the NRC and Major General E.K. Utuka were executed at the Teshi military range on June 16, 1979, after a hastily assembled revolutionary court. 10 days later, June 26, the death sentence on General F.W.K. Ekufu of the SMC-2, Lieutenant General A.A. Afrifa of the NLC, both were ex-head of state, Major General R.E. Kote, Air Vice Marshal George Yabwache, Rear Admiral J.K. Amedome, and Colonel R.J.A. Feli was pronounced and implemented. They had apparently been found guilty of corrupt practices, while the Christian Council of Ghana pleaded with the AFRC to temper justice with mercy. Many ordinary people, workers, and especially students from the universities demanded let the blood flow in support of the executions. These officers were executed on the same day of 26 June 1979. As a way of purging off corruption, women were arrested for selling commodities above the control prices. They were stripped naked and shipped in the open. Many Lebanese, Syrian, and Indian businessmen who had always been alleged to be part of these corrupt practices were rounded up at random and brutalized. Some had their houses looted. Dismissal of public servants, confiscation of assets and properties were applied as a means of stamping out corruption and also other malpractices which crippled the country's economy. This video is actually in parts. I am doing a full video, a full documentary, as you have seen already, from 1957 up to 1992. And so this is the first part of the video, and I hope you enjoyed the footages over there. I'll be doing the next parts, and that's the Second Republic, Third Republic, as well as the Fourth Republic, right from the CPP to the NLC to the PPP, the PP to the NRC, to the SMC1, SMC2, to the AFRC, PNDC, up until the Fourth Republic. So there are a lot for you to enjoy from this video. I know it's going to be a very long video, so I've decided to do it in parts, and this is the first part. Do not forget to subscribe, share our links to people that you think may be interested in the video, and have a nice day, and thank you for watching.